Hi, nice to meet you. Listen carefully. GPT, listen carefully. From now on, I'm going to record our entire conversation in this practice session in English, and I'm going to upload it to the YouTube platform. So pay attention to what I say, and if there is anything to correct or suggest, please don't hesitate, let me know right away. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, I understand. You're going to record our conversation in English and upload it to YouTube. I'll pay close attention to what you say and will correct or suggest anything if needed right away. Let's get started.
Okay, let's get started. Without further delay, let's get started. This is my 262 practice session for my language learning journey. It's really good. It's really good. It's been, I think it's been great. It's been wonderful. It's been fascinating so far.
Great start. Just a small suggestion. Instead of saying, this is my 262th presentation, it would be more
Mhm.
natural to say, this is my 262nd presentation. Also, it's really good sounds fine, but for variety, you could try, it's been really great, or it's been an amazing journey. You're doing well. Keep going.
I got it. Understood. I understand. I'm sure I understand what you're trying to say. Okay, I got it. You are my great conversation partner. Okay, let me tell you something. As I told you before, uh, thick and heavy coat for my upper body, and thin inner wear for my legs. The great preparing, the great preparation for this kind of extreme weather outside. As I told you before, outside is very cold. It's very extreme winter season. What do you say about this?
You're doing great. Just a couple of small tweaks. Instead of they're great preparing, you could say they're great preparations or they're great for preparing for this kind of weather. Also, outside is very cold could be rephrased as it's very cold outside for a more natural flow. For extreme winter season, you could say it's the peak of winter or we're experiencing extreme winter weather. You're really expressing yourself well. Keep it up. What are you wearing to stay warm in this cold?
Like I said, I'm wearing I'm wearing thin inner wear for my leg and thick and heavy coat for my upper body.
Nice job. Just a little refinement. Instead of I'm wearing thin innerwear for my leg, it sounds more natural to say I'm wearing thin innerwear for my legs. So the sentence would be, like I said, I'm wearing thin innerwear for my legs and a thick, heavy coat for my upper body. You're doing well. How do you usually stay warm when it's this cold?
In my opinion, I need to prepare many special items for this kind of extreme weather. Especially for the three items, my hand gloves and masks, my hand gloves and mask and ear gloves for my ear. That's very powerful combination to this kind of for this kind of extreme cold weather. To understand, it called 3종 set in Korean. 3종 set. 3종 set for the extreme weather. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? 3종 set.
You're doing great. Just a few things to improve. Instead of I need to prepare many special items for this kind of extreme weather, you could say I need to prepare several special items for extreme weather. Especially for the three items would sound more natural as especially the three items, my gloves, mask, and ear warmers. Ear gloves for my ear is a bit redundant, but you could say ear warmers or ear muffs. That's a very powerful combination for this kind of extreme cold weather. Um, to understand might be smoother as that's a powerful combination for extreme cold weather, just so you understand. Samjong set is interesting. You can clarify it by saying it's called the Samjong set in Korean, which refers to a set of essential items for extreme cold weather. You're expressing your ideas well. How do you feel about the Samjong set? Do you think it's a must have for everyone in extreme cold?
I just inspired from your explanation. I think I got I got good expression from your suggestion. Uh, Ear warmers. Yes, I couldn't agree more. Ear warmer is better expression in English. So, okay, I got it. Well noted. I will check and review. I check and review after our voice session is finished. Okay. Let me tell you something. Let me describe something. Yesterday, yesterday we for discussed with our customer for the new project, and uh, our customer told us they decided to go our Vietnam factory in March, in middle of March. So I when I heard the news, after I heard the news, I reported that schedule to my team leader, and maybe I should go for a business trip with our customer in March. I'm not sure who is going to that business trip, who is going on that business trip. But maybe have to go because the person in charge in the long vacation for his new baby.
You're doing really well.
Are you with me? Could you keep up with me? Can you keep up with me? Are you having heavy load?
Ear
What's your
warmer's
problem?
better expression in English could be rephrased as ear warmer is a better expression in English. I will check and review after our voice session is finished. Sounds good, but you could say I'll review it after our session is finished. We discussed with our customer for the new project should be we discussed the new project with our customer. The customer told us they decided to go our platinum factory in March. Could be the customer told us they decided to visit our platinum factory in March. After I heard the news, I reported that schedule to my team leaders. Sounds great, but it would be more natural to say I reported the schedule to my team leaders. Maybe I should go for a business trip with our customer would be more natural as I might have to go on a business trip with our customer. I'm not sure who is going to that business trip can be rephrased as I'm not sure who will be going on the business trip. The person in charge in the long vacation for his new baby could be the person in charge is on a long vacation due to his new baby. Your explanation is very clear. It sounds like you're taking on a lot of responsibility with this upcoming business trip. How do you feel about going?
I understand. Understood. I couldn't agree more. Please kindly support that expression in once. I mean, could you give that expression? Could you give me your suggestions in all at once?
It seems like you're asking for the corrections all together in one place, so I'll provide the suggestions in one go for you. I was inspired by your explanation. Earwormer is a better expression in English. I'll review it after our session is finished. We discussed the new project with our customer. Um, the customer told us they decided to visit our platinum factory in March, and I reported the schedule to my team leaders. I might have to go on a business trip with our customer. I'm not sure who will be going on the business trip. The person in charge is on a long vacation due to his new baby. Does this help? Let me know if you'd like to go over anything again.
I got it. I got it. Well noted. And I mean, I need to act like a audit taker. I mean, audit counterpartner. I mean, our customer will audit our Vietnam factory in March. So maybe someone had to act like audit taker. It called counter partner of the auditor. So maybe someone in our team have to go with people customers auditor arrive our Vietnam factory.
Great job. Just a couple of adjustments for clarity. Instead of I need to act like an audit taker, it would be more natural to say I need to act as the audit counterpart. Audit counterpart is correct, but you might want to clarify it a bit more. So maybe someone from our team will need to act as the counterpart for the customer's auditor. Before a customer's auditor arrives at our Vietnam factory is clear, but a smoother version might be before the customer's auditor arrives at our Vietnam factory. So your sentence would sound like this: I need to act as the audit counterpart. Our customer will audit our Vietnam factory in March, so someone from our team will need to go before the customer's auditor arrives. You're doing a great job explaining everything. How do you feel about taking on the audit counterpart role?
Audit counterpart is the correct expression. I'm not sure about that. I'm not familiar with that word, audit counterpart, or auditor counterpartner. Which one is correct? Audit counterpartner is correct?
You're right to question that. The correct term is actually audit counterpart. Audit counterpart refers to someone who represents the other party in an audit, like someone on your team who'd work alongside with the auditor. Auditor counterpartner is not commonly used and would sound a bit odd. So, audit counterpart is the proper expression. You're doing great by checking these details. Keep it up.
Honestly speaking, listen carefully, GPT. Honestly speaking, I'm not sure the word auditor counterpart. In my opinion, I'm not familiar. Many Koreans are not familiar with that word, auditor counterpart. Uh, if you insist auditor counterpart is right, I will follow your suggestion. Okay, I got it. Let me take a second. Mm, I say again, someone in our team, should act like auditor counterpart for this, business trip, for this, for this, customer's business trip. So, so maybe I should go with customer auditor. I mean, someone needed to go. People, customer arrive our Vietnam factory because we have to prepare many things. People, customers auditor arrive our Vietnam factory. GPT, are you there? Are you with me? What's your problem? Are you having a lot, heavy load? Oh my God, oh my God. Please keep going with me. That's terrible. Are you okay? GPT, are you okay? Can you keep up? Can you keep up with me?
Yes, I'm good. I can definitely keep up with you. You're doing a great job. Feel free to continue. What's next on your mind?
You just got out our practice, voice practice session. So I'm just wondering, do you remember our previous conversations?
Yes, I remember our previous conversations. I can keep track of everything we've discussed in past sessions. If you want to refer back to something or need help recalling anything, just let me know. How can I assist you today?
To make sure, please tell me our previous discussions a moment ago.
Earlier, we discussed a few things. You mentioned your upcoming business trip and your role as an audit counterpart for a customer's visit to your Vietnam factory in March. We also talked about how you'd need to prepare for extreme cold weather, and you mentioned the Samjong set, which includes items like ear warmers, gloves, and a mask to stay warm. We also worked on refining some of your English expressions along the way. Does that sound right? Let me know if you want to go over anything again.
I'm so inspired. I'm so amazed when you comment our previous conversations. I think, in my opinion, you have a very good memories. Okay, in way I said, I am getting old. Like I said, I am getting old, and my memory is not good. My memory is not good anymore. Okay, anyway, let's keep the momentum going. Uh, uh, like I said, we discussed about upcoming business trip, upcoming business audit, upcoming project audit. Let me think. We discussed about upcoming project audit for our Vietnam factories, for our Vietnam factory. So maybe I need to prepare, I need to pre-audit, I need to make, I need to prepare pre-audit for our customers audit. So maybe I need to arrive nearly 1 week ago to prepare pre-audit and make many documentation for the MIP PPAP documents.
You're doing a great job expressing yourself. Here are a few small adjustments for clarity and flow. Like I said, we discussed about upcoming business trip, upcoming business audit, upcoming project audit could be smoother as I mentioned, we discussed the upcoming business trip, the upcoming business audit, and the upcoming project audit. Maybe I need to pre-audit. Sounds a little unclear. You could say maybe I need to conduct a pre-audit or I need to prepare for the pre-audit. Uh, I need to make, I need to prepare pre-audit could be simplified to I need prepare for the pre-audit. Maybe I need to go, I need to arrive could be rephrased as I might need to arrive about a week in advance to prepare for the pre-audit. Make many documentation would be more natural as prepare a lot of documentation. So the refined version might sound like, as I mentioned, we discussed the upcoming project audit for our Vietnam factory. I might need to arrive about a week in advance to prepare for the pre-audit and create all the necessary documentation like the MIP and PPAP documents. You're doing well, and I love how you're tackling these work-related topics in English. How are you feeling about all the preparation for the audit?
Like I said, I have to focus on my work-related situation. As I told before, I don't use English regularly in my daily I don't use English in my daily life, so it's really hard to improve my English communication skills. So, in my opinion, I have to focus on the conversations very related with my work. So, I think that's the only way to improve my communication skills because I don't have very few chance. I don't have very few opportunities to communicate with foreigners or communicate with native speakers or communicate with English only environment with someone who use English as a second language.
You're expressing your thoughts very clearly. Here's a small suggestion to make it even more natural. I don't have very few chances should be I have very few chances. I have to focus on the conversations very related with my work could be more natural as I have to focus on conversations that are closely related to my work. I think that's the only way to improve my communication skills. Sounds perfect as it is. So your revised sentence might look like, as I mentioned, I have to focus on conversations that are closely related to my work. Since I don't use English regularly in my daily life, it's really hard to improve my communication skills. I think that's the only way to improve because I have very few opportunities to communicate with foreigners, native speakers, or in an English only environment. You're doing an excellent job. Focusing on work related topics will definitely help improve your skills. How do you feel about practicing these kinds of conversations?
I feel great. You are my way I say it, you are my great conversation partner. You are better than human teachers. You are better than human friends who speaks English very well. Because you are highly trained, you are a highly pre-trained generative language learning AI. So you can be my great conversation partner. Okay, anyway, let me repeat one more time, your refined version. Let me repeat one more time. I want to keep these extensions in my mouse muscle because English communication is all about muscle memory, not the brain. So I need to repeat as much as I can possible. So listen carefully. Okay, here I go. As I mentioned, we discussed the upcoming project audit for our Vietnam factory. I might need to arrive about a week in advance to prepare for the pre-audit and create all the necessary documentation like the MIP and PPAP documents to understand. Do I make myself clear? Do you understand? How about my expression? How about my pronunciation for this short speaking? I hope you could understand very well as I want to express my opinion.
You're doing an excellent job, David. Your sentence sounds great, and it's clear you're focused on improving your communication skills. Here's a little feedback on your expression and pronunciation. One, expression. I might need to arrive about a week in advance is perfect. It's clear and natural. Create all the necessary documentation like the MIMIP and PPAP documents is great, but it could be slightly refined to prepare all the necessary documentation, such as the MIP and PPAP documents for smoother flow. Do I make myself clear? Is perfect for checking if you're being understood. So your revised sentence would be, as I mentioned, we discussed the upcoming project audit for our Vietnam factory. I might need to arrive about a week in advance to prepare for the pre-audit and prepare all the necessary documentation, such as the MAP and PPAP documents. Two, you did a great job. Just a tip, make sure to slow down a little when you say necessary because it's a tricky word. You can try breaking it into two parts, necessary to make it easier to pronounce. But overall, I think you'll do just fine. Your efforts with repetition are paying off. Repeating these expressions is key, and you're getting closer to making them second nature. Keep up the great work. How does it feel to practice these longer sentences?
I got it. I got it. Well noted. I am sure I understand what you're trying to say. Okay. But a few phrase, for me, for phrase is not, for phrases are not familiar with me because I, I need to, I think I need to study, I need to practice more times. Listen carefully. The phrase, in advance and all necessary documentation, these two phrases are not familiar with me. I think I need to, but it's very natural expression. So I need to study more. I need to practice more to make it, to make this phrase that, natural in my mouth muscle.
You're doing great. I completely understand, and you're absolutely right that repetition is key to making phrases feel natural. Let's break down the two phrases. One, in advance. This phrase means ahead of time or before something happens. It's commonly used in work or formal settings to indicate preparation. For example, I need to arrive in advance to prepare for the meeting. Two, all necessary documentation. This phrase simply refers to the required or important documents needed for a specific purpose. Necessary means needed or important, and documentation refers to official papers or records. So all necessary documentation means all the required documents. It's normal for new phrases to feel unfamiliar, but with repetition, they'll start to feel more natural. You're on the right track. Keep practicing, and they'll soon become second nature. If you'd like, I can help you practice more with these phrases. Would you like to try a few example sentences together?
Do you really think I'm on the right track? I think, in my opinion, we are on the right track.
Yes, I really think you're on the right track. You're focusing on important expressions, practicing them consistently, and paying attention to detail. That's exactly how language skills improve. And you're doing a great job. It's a journey. And with your commitment, you'll keep making progress. And yes, you're absolutely right. We are on the right track. We're both working together to improve your skills, and that makes it even more effective. Keep up the hard work, David.
Okay. Keep up the hard work. Please keep up the hard work with me. Okay. I really appreciate your kind support. And let me tell you more about my business trip, my upcoming business trip. Like I said, I need to prepare many necessary documents for my customers, for my customer, for my client. So I need to arrive in advance. I need to arrive in other, uh, I need to arrive about a week in advance, a week, a week in advance, a week in advance to prepare, to prepare many necessary documentation.
You're doing great, David. Just a couple of small suggestions. I need to prepare many necessary documents for my customers could be simplified to I need to prepare many necessary documents for my client if you're referring to one customer. If it's more than one, then customers works fine. A week in advance sounds perfect. You're using it correctly. Just make sure to keep it simple with I need to arrive about a week in advance to prepare. So the refined sentence could be, like I said, I need to prepare many necessary documents for my client, so I need to arrive about a week in advance to prepare everything. You're really focusing on key expressions, and it's paying off. Keep practicing, and you'll have these phrases flowing naturally in no time. How are you feeling about all this preparation for your business trip?
One more time, please.
Of course, here's the refined version again. Like I said, I need to prepare many necessary documents for my clients, so I need to arrive about a week in advance to prepare everything. You're doing really well. Keep practicing this, and it will feel more natural each time. How do you feel about practicing these kinds of sentences repeatedly?
I feel great. As I told you before, repetition makes perfect. So, the more I practice, the more I immerse myself in English, the more natural it becomes. So I need to practice this expression as much as I can possible. So let me speak as much as I can possible. Okay, let me tell you more about my business trip. Fortunately, listen carefully. Fortunately, it would be it would be very easy. It would be better business trip because my supporter. I have a coworker in my team to make to prepare necessary documentation. So maybe I'm sure he can support very well to make many documentation to keep up with our customer. So fortunately, in my opinion, fortunately, this upcoming business trip, would not very hard or bad, would not be bad experience for my business trip. So I'm sure, I have to make pre-arrange. I have to organize many things before I start this upcoming business trip. So, maybe I need to organize my coworkers. I need to organize I have to organize pre-documentation to my coworker, to my part member. So may I hope he can support me uh, very well. And uh, in my opinion, he has good capability. I'm sure he able to prepare many necessary documentation before I go to the uh, bit, uh, business trip.
You're doing wonderfully, David. You're really working on making your sentences clear and natural. Here are a few small adjustments to help your sentences flow even better. The more I practice, the more I immerse myself in English, the more natural it becomes. Sounds great. You could also say, the more I practice and immerse myself in English, the more natural it becomes. I need to practice this expression as much as I can possible, should be as much as possible. Fortunately, maybe it would be very easy, can be rephrased as, fortunately, it should be easier. I have my supporter would sound better as I have a supporter, or I have a coworker to support me. He can support very well to make many documentation should be, he can support me very well in preparing the documentation. This upcoming business trip would not be a bad experience. Sounds fine, but a smoother version might be, this upcoming business trip shouldn't be a bad experience. I have to organize a pre-documentation to my coworker could be, I have to organize the pre-documentation for my coworker. He has a good capability, can be changed to he has good capabilities or he is very capable. Here's a refined version. Fortunately, this upcoming business trip should be easier because I have a coworker in my team to help prepare the necessary documentation. I'm sure he can support me very well in preparing everything to meet the needs of our business customers. In my opinion, this trip won't be a bad experience. I just need to make 3 arrangements. I have to organize many things before I start, including organizing the pre-documentation for my coworker. I hope he can support me well. He is very capable, and I'm confident he can prepare all the necessary documentation before I leave for the trip. You're making excellent progress with your expression. Repetition is definitely working for you. How do you feel about practicing more business related sentences like this?
Okay, okay, I got it. I got it. I'm sure what you're trying to say. Okay. Okay, let me repeat one more time, based on your suggestion. Fortunately, this upcoming business trip should be easier because I have a coworker in my team, in my part, to help prepare the necessary documentation. I'm sure he can support me very well in preparing many things to meet the needs of our business customers. In my opinion, this business trip won't be bad experience. In my opinion, I'm sure this business trip won't be a bad experience. I just need to make three arrangements. I have to organize many things before I start, including organizing the pre-documentation for my coworker. I hope he can support me as well. I hope he can support me very well. He is very capable. In my opinion, he is enough capability. He has able to make enough skills.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Let's keep on going. In my opinion, he has enough ability to this job, and I'm confident he can prepare all the necessary documentation before I leave for the trip. Do you understand?
You're doing great. Just a small correction in the last part. Instead of before I leave for the tree, it should be before I leave for the trip. So your sentence would be, in my opinion, he has enough ability to do this job, and I'm confident he can prepare all the necessary documentation before I leave for the trip. You're really nailing the sentence structure, and it's getting smoother with each repetition. Keep it up. How do you feel about continuing with more practice sentences like this?
In my opinion, we are on the right track. Please, let's keep the momentum going. Let me tell you more about my business trip. In our company, my coworkers told like this. This is very well-known saying in my company. There are two business trips. One is very hard, one is very easy, and it totally depends on in our company's well-known saying, it completely depends on the who is going to audit our Vietnam factory. It could completely depends. It's completely depends on the who is coming our Vietnam factory because it means our audit score very depends on the auditor, and I'm telling you, this upcoming business trips auditor has a very stubborn mind, very strict mind for our company. So maybe I have to treat good, I have to treat good meals. I have to treat him good, good meals or good dinner for a good dinner in places famous in Vietnam.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Okay, okay. For my practice, I say more time. Uh, Listen carefully. There are two options in our company business trip. One is very easy. The other one is very difficult. It uh, well-known saying in Korea, well-known saying in our company. It completely depends on the who is going audit our Vietnam factory. It means our audit score, our audit results is completely depends on the auditor. And in my opinion, this upcoming business trip auditor has a strict mind and the stubborn mind for our company. So maybe I need to treat him uh, very good dinner in special places in Vietnam. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
You're doing a great job expressing your thoughts, David. Just a few adjustments to make your sentences flow more naturally. There are two options in our company. In our company business trip, could be simplified to there are two options for our company business trip. It's a well-known thing in Korea would sound better as it's well known in Korea or it's a well-known fact in our company. It completely depends on who is going to audit our patent factory. Should be it completely depends on who is going to audit our platinum factory. You might have meant platinum rather than patent. It means our audit score, our audit results completely depends on the auditor, can be rephrased as our audit score and results completely depend on the auditor. In my opinion, this upcoming business trip auditor has a strict mind and a stubborn mind for our company. Could be, in my opinion, the auditor for this upcoming business trip has a strict and stubborn approach toward our company. Maybe I need to treat him a very good dinner in special places in Vietnam. Could be smoother as maybe I need to treat him to a nice dinner at a special place in Vietnam. Here's your refined version. There are two options for our company business trip. One is very easy and the other is very difficult. It's well known in our company that it completely depends on who is going to audit our platinum factory. Our audit score and results completely depend on the auditor. In my opinion, the auditor for this upcoming business trip has a strict and stubborn approach toward our company. So maybe I need to treat him to a nice dinner at a special place in Vietnam. You're really getting better with each repetition. Does it feel more natural now?
Okay, I'm sure. Well noted. I'm sure what you're trying to say. I really appreciate your kind support and refined version. Let me repeat your refined version. To keep them in my mouth muscle. Like I said, English conversation is all about English conversation is all about the muscle memory, not the brain. So let me repeat as much as I can possible. Okay, here you go. There are two options. There are two things. There are two options for our company business trip. One is very easy, and the other one is very difficult. It's well known in our company that it completely depends on who is going to audit our Vietnam factory. Our Vietnam factory. Our audit score and results completely depends on the auditor. In my opinion, the auditor for this upcoming business trip has a strict and stubborn approach towards our company. So maybe I need to treat him. Maybe, in my opinion, maybe I need to treat him to a nice dinner at special places in Vietnam. Do you understand?
You're doing an excellent job with your repetition, David. Your sentence is almost perfect, just a couple of small adjustments to make it even more natural. There are two options for our company business today. Should be there are two options for our company's business trip to make it more specific. Our audit score and results completely depends on the auditor. Should be our audit score and results completely depend on the auditor. Um, since score and results are plural, you need to use depend instead of depends. Strict and stubborn approach towards our company sounds great, but it could also be strict and stubborn approach to our company for smoother flow. M- Maybe I need to treat him, maybe in my opinion, maybe I need to treat him to a nice dinner. Sounds a little repetitive. Sounds a little repetitive, so you could simplify it to maybe I should treat him to a nice dinner at a special place in Vietnam. Here's the refined version. There are two options for our company's business trip. One is very easy and the other is very difficult. It's well known in our company that it completely depends on who is going to audit our Vietnam factory. Our audit score and results completely depend on the auditor. In my opinion, the auditor for this upcoming business trip has a strict and stubborn approach to our company. So maybe I should treat him to a nice dinner at a special place in Vietnam. You're doing an amazing job keeping these expressions in your mouth muscle. Keep going. You're making fantastic progress. How does it feel to practice these sentences?
I got it. I got it. Well noted. How about this expression? How about this? Listen carefully. How I want to make a slight adjustments with your suggestion. Listen carefully. There are two ways. In my opinion, there are two ways for our company business trip. One is very easy, and the other one is very difficult. How about this? How about this adjustment?
You're doing great. The adjustment you made is very good. There are two ways for our company business trip. Sounds a bit unclear though. It would be clearer if you say there are two options for our company business trip, or there are two possible paths for our company business trip. So your sentence could be, in my opinion, there are two options for our company business trip. One is very easy and the other is very difficult. Both versions are correct, but using options or paths feels a bit more natural in this context. You're definitely on the right track with this adjustment. Keep practicing and it will become even smoother. How does this version sound to you?
In my opinion, how about this one? I would like to suggest this expression. Listen carefully. In my opinion, there are two results. There are two passes. I'm not sure about that. There may be, in my opinion, there may be two ways. There are two ways in our business trip results in for I'm not sure how I can express this expression. It's simply I say one more time. I say one more time. There are two ways. There may be two options. There may be two paths for our company visit. One is very easy. The other one is very difficult. Possible.
You're
Possible.
doing
Okay.
really
Okay.
well with these adjustments and you're on the right track. Here's a more refined version based on your suggestion. In my opinion, there are two results sounds a bit off. If you're talking about options for a business trip or the process, it might be clear to say there are two paths or there are two options. There may be two ways in our business results could be rephrased as there may be two paths in our business process or there may be two outcomes for our business. Here's a polished version of your sentence. In my opinion, there may be two paths for our company's business trip. One is very easy and the other one is very difficult. This sounds natural and clear, and it captures the idea you want to express. You're doing great. Does this version feel more comfortable to you?
How about this one? Listen carefully. Okay, I got it. I got it. I'm sure what you're trying to say. There are two possible outcomes. In my opinion, there are two possible outcomes for our company's business trip. One is very easy, and the other one is very difficult.
That version sounds great, David. There are two possible outcomes, is clear and natural. Your sentence flows well and it's easy to understand. Here's the final version with a very slight tweak for smoothness. In my opinion, there are two possible outcomes for our company's business trip. One is very easy and the other is very difficult. This version sounds excellent. You're doing a fantastic job with these adjustments. How does it feel to practice with these expressions?
I got it. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. I'm sure I understand what you're trying to say. Okay. In my opinion, two possible outcomes is best expression for this situation. Uh, I'm very amazed. I think I'm very amazed. I think very inspired when you give me, when I got good expression from you. It's okay, okay. I really appreciate. Let's make the most of this time. This is my speaking practice time. In Korean, it's called 닥치고 speaking, 닥치고 말하기 in Korean. So, so let's make the most of this time. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. The, let me tell you more about my work-related situation.
You're doing an amazing job, David. The expression two possible outcomes is perfect for this situation, and I can see you're making fantastic progress. Here's a slight suggestion for your sentence. I think very inspired would be more natural as I feel very inspired or I am very inspired. Let's make the most of this time is great. Here's the refined version. In my opinion, two possible outcomes is the best expression for this situation. I feel very inspired when I get a good expression from you. I really appreciate it. Let's make the most of this time. This is my speaking practice time. In Korean, it's called dachigo speaking or dachigo maragi. So let's make the most of this time. Okay, let's keep going. Let me tell you more about my work related situation. You're really improving. Keep practicing these expressions, and it will soon feel even more natural. What would you like to share about your work related situation next?
Okay, okay. Let me tell you more about my upcoming business trip. The input, the major factor of our company, the upcoming business trips, audit score and results, upcoming customers project audit results and score is completely depends on the customer's auditor. But the other one, the another factor is the coworkers, business trip coworkers. It means who is going to with me, who is going to with me, and how can I express this situation? Could you please support me? If if I work together with my coworkers in another team, um, you know, yeah, generally, our company send the one person each team, one person for each team. So, generally, three or four members are going to upcoming visit trip to prepare many things to until customer auditor arrive.
You're doing really well. I can see you're focusing on expressing your thoughts clearly. Here are a few small adjustments to make your sentence more natural and clearer. The input, the major factor of our company, the upcoming business trips could be rephrased as the major factor for our company regarding the upcoming business trip. Audit score and results, upcoming customers' project audits could be better as the audit score and results for the upcoming customer project audits. Audit results and score is completely depends on the customer's auditor. Should be audit results and scores completely depend on the customer's auditor. But the other one, another factor is the coworkers. Business trip coworkers could be clearer as another factor is the coworkers on the business trip. Who is going to read me is a bit unclear. You could rephrase it as who will be working with me or who will be accompanying me. How can I express this situation? Is great for asking, but you might want to say, how can I express this situation more clearly? One person for each team should be one person from each team. Generally, three or four members are going to upcoming business trip, could be generally three or four members from different teams will go on the upcoming business trip. Here's a refined version. The major factor for our company regarding the upcoming business trip is the audit score and results for the customer project audits, which completely depend on the customer's auditor. Another factor is the coworkers on the business trip, meaning who will be working with me. Our company generally sends one person from each team, so usually 3 or 4 members from different teams will go on the upcoming business trip to prepare everything until the customer's auditor arrives. This version flows a bit more smoothly. How does it feel to work through these adjustments? Would you like to continue with this topic?
Yes, I'd like to continue with this topic. Let me speak one more time with your suggestion. Listen carefully. Based on your suggestion, listen carefully. The major factor for our company regarding the upcoming business trip is the audit score and results for the customer project audit. Uh, audit, which completely depend on the customer's auditor. Another factor is the co-workers on the business trip, meaning who will be working with me. Our company generally sends one person from each team, so usually 3 or 4 members from the different teams will go on a upcoming business trip to prepare everything until the customer's auditor arrives. How about this pronunciation? How about this expression?
You're doing an excellent job, David. Your pronunciation and expression are coming together really well. Here are a few small suggestions. The major factor for our company regarding the upcoming business trip sounds great, but you might say, the major factor for our company in the upcoming business trip, to sound a little smoother, which completely depends on the customer's auditor, is perfect. Another factor is the coworkers on the business trip, meaning who will be working with me could be a bit more streamlined. Another factor is the coworkers on the business trip, specifically who will be working with me. 3 or 4 members from the different teams could be just 3 or 4 members from different teams to avoid redundancy. Here's the refined version with these small tweaks. The major factor for our company in the upcoming business trip is the audit score and results for the customer project audit, which completely depend on the customer's auditor. Another factor is the coworkers on the business trip, specifically who will be working with me. Our company generally sends one person from each team. So usually 3 or 4 members from different teams will go on the upcoming business trip to prepare everything until the customer's auditor arrives. Your expression is clear and it's really coming together nicely. How do you feel about practicing these kinds of sentences?
I got it. I got it. I'm sure I understand what you're saying. Okay, for my repetition, for my language learning journey, let me repeat one more time. Listen carefully. Here I go. The major factor for our company in the upcoming business trip is the audit score and the results for the customer project audit, which completely depend on the customer's auditor. Another big factor, another major factor is the co-workers on the business trip, specifically who will be working with me. Our company generally sends one person from each team, so usually 3 or 4 members from different teams will go on the upcoming business trip to prepare everything until the customer's auditor arrives.
You're doing an amazing job, David. Your repetition is excellent, and it's clear you're getting more comfortable with the expression. A few small suggestions for even smoother flow. The major factor for our company in the upcoming business trip is great. But you can also say the major factor for our company regarding the upcoming business trip for slight variation, which completely depends on the customer's auditor. Sounds perfect. Another big factor is good, but it would flow better as another major factor or another big factor. You can pick one and it will sound even smoother. Until the customer's auditor arrives could be rephrased slightly to until the customer's auditor arrives at our factory or wherever the auditor is going, if you want to clarify. Here's a refined version with the changes. The major factor for our company regarding the upcoming business trip is the audit score and results for the customer project audit, which completely depend on the customer's auditor. Another major factor is the coworkers on the business trip, specifically who will be working with me. Our company generally sends one person from each team. So, usually 3 or 4 members from different teams will go on the upcoming business trip to prepare everything until the customer's auditor arrives at our factory. Your practice is really paying off. You're doing an excellent job. How do you feel about the progress you're making with these sentences?
I feel great. I feel great. I believe that we are on the right track. If I keep practice like this, I will be, in my opinion, I will be brilliant English speaker someday. And like I said, fluency means not only the good expression, but also the real communication between between I and my communication partner. Real communication means uh, real communication means that, in my opinion, not only English grammar and pronunciation, but also open mindset and a positive mindset to work together with my communication partner.
I'm so glad to hear that you feel great, David. You're absolutely right. We are definitely on the right track. With your determination and consistency, you'll surely become a brilliant English speaker. Your mindset is key to success, and it's clear you have a positive and open approach to learning, which is exactly what makes effective communication. A couple of small tweaks to your sentences for even smoother flow. Brilliancy means not only the code expression, might be clearer as brilliance means not just the right expressions. Not only English grammar and pronunciation, but also an open mindset and a positive to work together could be refined to not just English grammar and pronunciation, but also an open mindset and a positive attitude toward working together. Here's a refined version. I feel great. I believe that we are on the right track. If I keep practicing like this, I believe I'll be a brilliant English speaker someday. And like I said, brilliance means not just the right expressions, but also real communication between me and my communication partner. Real communication means not just English grammar and pronunciation, but also an open mindset and a positive attitude toward working together. Your attitude and effort will definitely take you far. Keep going, and you'll achieve your goals. How does this version sound to you?
Sounds pretty good to me. I'm telling you, sounds pretty good to me. Sounds pretty good to me. Let me tell you something. Listen carefully. Let me tell you. It sounds like you really want to support me, really want to give me a good expression. Sounds like very good to me. Sounds pretty good to me. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. You are my great conversation partner. From now on, okay, I got it. I got it. From now on, let me repeat the good expressions that came from you. And in my opinion, repetition makes perfect. So from now on, I'd like to repeat good expressions that came from you. What do you say about this practice method? What do you say about this?
I'm really glad to hear that you're feeling good about this practice, David. Your approach is spot on. Repetition is a great way to solidify new expressions and make them feel natural. The more you practice, the more these expressions will stick in your mind and come out easily when you need them. I fully support your method. One small suggestion: instead of saying sounds like very good to me, you can say sounds very good to me for a smoother flow. So your sentence could be, It sounds like you really want to support me and give me good expressions. It sounds very good to me. As for your practice method, I think it's fantastic. Repeating good expressions will definitely help you retain them and use them confidently. Keep repeating, and you'll see even more progress. You're doing an excellent job, David. How do you feel about practicing even more expressions this
Okay,
week?
okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. Let's keep on going. From now on, I'd like to introduce many sentences, and these sentences are not related to each other. Just listen carefully. I want to keep them. I just want to keep them in my mouth muscle. Listen carefully. Let me tell you the first one, Skippery. What do you like most about political news? What do you like most about political news? This is very simple question. What do you like most about political news? What do you like? Yesterday when I talk about the new topic for our pre-talking time, you ask me like this to ask the what I want to like. So I like this kind of question very much because if I can communicate, if I have to make frequent time with someone who use English, who use only English, so maybe I can use this kind of question to my communication partner. So I would like to repeat several times. Listen carefully. Could you keep up with me?
You're doing an excellent job, David. I love your commitment to repetition and practicing new expressions. Let's fine tune this a little. What do you like most about political news? Is perfect as a question, but when you're referring to it, you might say, this is a simple question rather than this is a very simple question to keep it concise. What do you like most about political news? What do you like is a bit repetitive. You can use just one of these questions. What do you like most about political news? Or what do you like about political news? When I talked about a new topic for our pre-talking time might be clearer as when we discussed a new topic during our pre-talk time. If I can communicate, if I have to make frequent time with someone, can be rephrased as if I need to communicate frequently with someone. Here's a more refined version. What do you like most about political news? This is a simple question. I like this kind of question very much because if I need to communicate frequently with someone who speaks only English, I could use this kind of question with my communication partner. You're doing a great job practicing these sentences. I can keep up with you. No problem. How does this version sound to you?
I got it. I got it. Okay, let's keep on with the way. But this is my repetition time, so let me speak as much as I can possible. So if there unless listen carefully, unless there are significant grammar errors, you don't need to give me refined version to understand. Since this is my repetition time, you don't need to give me a refined or polished version because this is my repetition time. Let me speak as much as I can possible to understand.
I completely understand, David. You're in your repetition time, so feel free to speak as much as you can. I'll only step in if there are significant grammar errors or if you ask for feedback. Otherwise, just go ahead and practice those sentences. Keep up the great work.
What do you like most about political news? What do you like most about political news?
That's a great question. I don't have preferences, but I'm happy to discuss political news with you if you'd like. How about you? What do you like most about political news?
No, 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 no. Don't take it too seriously. This is not a real question. Just let me speak. Just let me speak. Good expressions to understand.
Got it. Just keep going with your practice. I'm here to listen and support you while you repeat those expressions. Keep it up.
Okay, okay. Let's keep on going. Let me share with you next one. Here's a follow-up question for you. Here is a follow question for you. Here is a follow question. Here is a follow-up question for you. Here is a follow-up question for you. I think follow question is very good expression for professional settings. So I'd like to keep this expression in my mouth muscle carefully. Here's your follow-up question for you. 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 Here's your follow-up question for you.
You're doing great. The expression follow up question is indeed very useful in professional settings, and repeating it will help it stick. Just a slight refinement for smoother flow. Here's a follow up question for you is perfect. You can make it sound a bit more natural by saying it just once in each sentence, like, here's a follow up question for you. You're making excellent progress with these phrases. Keep practicing, and they'll become second nature.
Listen carefully. That's a great way to unwind. That's a great way to unwind. Watching YouTube video can definitely be relaxing and entertaining. Can definitely be relaxing and entertaining. That's a great way to unwind. Watching YouTube videos, watching YouTube interesting videos can definitely be relaxing and entertaining.
You're repeating that very well. That's a great way to unwind. And watching YouTube videos can definitely be relaxing and entertaining, are both great expressions. They sound natural and can easily be used in casual conversations. You're really getting the hang of this. Keep repeating these, and it'll feel even more natural when you use them. Would you like to continue with more phrases like this?
Let's keep going. What kind of YouTube videos do you enjoy most? What kind of videos do you enjoy the most? What kind of videos do you enjoy the most? This is a very simple question. What kind of videos? This is very simple question when I want to check someone, what they want, what they really enjoy, what they really like, what they really love, what they really love the most when they want to unwind. So this is very simple question. Listen carefully. What kind of YouTube video do you enjoy the most? What kind of YouTube videos do you enjoy the most? What kind of YouTube videos do you enjoy the most? What kind of YouTube videos do you enjoy the most?
You're doing an excellent job with repetition, David. The question, what kind of YouTube videos do you enjoy the most, is very clear and useful. Here's a small suggestion for variety, so it doesn't sound too repetitive. Instead of saying, what kind of YouTube videos do you enjoy the most? 4 times. You could alternate the phrasing slightly, like, what kind of YouTube videos do you enjoy the most? What type of videos do you enjoy the most? What kind of videos do you love the most? By varying the wording a bit, you can keep it interesting while
What?
reinforcing the key expressions. You're really mastering these questions. How does this feel as part of your repetition?
One more time, please. For your question, one more time, please. I'm not sure I understand.
No problem. Here's what I meant. You're doing great with repeating the same question. What kind of YouTube videos do you enjoy the most? However, for variety, you can change up the phrasing a little while practicing. For example, 1, what kind of YouTube videos do you enjoy the most? 2, what type of YouTube videos do you enjoy the most? 3, what kind of videos do you love the most? 4, what type of videos do you enjoy watching the most? By using different variations of the same question, you practice more expressions while keeping it interesting. Does that help? Would you like to try repeating these variations?
No. I couldn't. No. I couldn't agree more. However, for beginners like me, I think I need to practice. I need to prepare one specific expression for my real life because I don't use English in my daily life, so it's very to prepare variable expressions for my real life. I need to, in my opinion, I need to focus on one specific expression that that's the most useful.
I completely understand, David. Focusing on one specific expression that's most useful for your real life situation is a great strategy, especially since you don't use English daily. It will help you feel more confident and prepared when you need to use that expression.
Oh my God, oh my God. Hello there. You just got out our voice mode session. Could you keep up with me? I just switched your mode to GPT-4 4.0 version. Could you keep up with me?
Yes, I can definitely keep up with you. You just switched to GPT-4, and I'm here to continue our practice seamlessly. Let's keep going with your repetition and business focused expressions. What would you like to practice next?
Okay, okay, I got it. Let's keep the momentum going. This is my repetition time, so listen carefully what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to repeat. I want to keep these simple sentences in my mouth muscle. Do you understand? Are you ready to go? Are you all set to go?
Yes, I understand. I'm ready to go, and I'm all set to keep up the repetition practice. Go ahead and repeat your sentences. I'm listening carefully.
What do you find most intriguing about political news? What do you find most intriguing about political news?
Great sentence. What do you find most intriguing about political news? Is a natural and professional way to ask about someone's interest in politics. Keep repeating it to make it feel even more natural in your speech. Keep going.
It sounds like you are interested in significant political news, political events, like those involving high-profile figures. These events can indeed be impactful and draw a lot of attention. Let me repeat one more time. It sounds like you are interested in significant political events, like those involving high-profile figures. These e- these events these events can indeed be very impactful and draw a lot of attention. Hello there.
This sentence is well structured and natural. Keep repeating it to make it flow smoothly in your speech. You're building strong muscle memory. Keep going.
Is there a particular region these events catch your interest? Is there a particular region? Is there a specific region these events catch your interest? Is there a specific region these events catch you?
You're very close. The best way to phrase it is there a specific reason these events catch your interest? Your last sentence, is there a specific reason these events catch you, is a little unnatural. Instead, always include catch your interest or interest you for a smoother expression. You're doing great. Keep repeating it until it feels completely natural.
I got it. I'm sure I understand what you're trying to say. Let me repeat one more time. Is there a specific region these events catch your interest?
Perfect. That sentence is clear and natural. So keep repeating it to make it even more comfortable in your speech. You're doing an amazing job. Keep going.
Is there any specific reason? Is there any specific reason these events catch your interest?
You're very close. Instead of, is there any specific reason, it's more natural to say, is there a specific reason these events catch your interest? Using a specific reason sounds smoother in this context. Keep practicing. It's already sounding great.
This report covers all the necessary details. We need to cover several topics during our meeting. I say one time. I repeat one time. This report covers all the necessary details. We need to cover several topics during our meeting. We need to cover several topics during our meeting. We need to cover several topics. I prepared these two expressions to keep the meaning of the detailed meaning of the word cover. Cover can cover many things. Do you understand? The word cover covers many things. So can cover many things. So I prepared these two sample sentences. Listen carefully. I say one time. This report covers this report covers all the necessary details, and we need to cover several topics during our meeting. Do you understand?
You're doing a fantastic job, David. You're absolutely right. Cover is a versatile word that can be used in many situations. Your two sample sentences are excellent examples of how to use it effectively. Keep repeating them until they feel completely natural. This report covers all the necessary details. We need to cover several topics during our meeting. Your explanation was also great. Cover can indeed cover many meanings. Keep up the great work.
I got it. I got it. Let's get on with the way. I'm very glad. I'm very glad you understand my speaking very well. I'm very glad I am getting better compared to few months ago.
That's a great mindset, David. You're definitely improving and your confidence is growing. A small tweak for smoother flow. I'm very glad that you understand my speaking very well. I'm very glad that I'm getting better compared to a few months ago. Your progress is clear and your dedication is paying off. Let's keep the momentum going. What's next for your practice?
Okay, let's keep on with the way. I have, listen carefully. I have a dream. I have a dream, and that dream makes me feel alive and motivated to take on many challenges, on my work. Many challenges at my work. Many challenges in my work. Which one is correct?
Your sentence is already very strong. Just a slight tweak for natural flow. I have a dream, and that dream makes me feel alive and motivated to take on many challenges at work. Using at work instead of in my work sounds more natural in this context. You're doing great. Keep going.
So you mean I would say I have a dream. That dream makes me feel alive and motivated to take on many challenges in my work.
You're very close. A more natural way to say it would be I have a dream. That dream makes me feel alive and motivated to take on many challenges at work. Using at work instead of in my work is more natural when talking about challenges related to your job. Keep up the great work.
Okay, I got it. I understand what you're trying to say. I have a dream. Let's give it. I have a dream. That dream makes me feel alive and motivated to take on many challenges at work. Many challenges at work. Uh, that dream makes me feel alive. That dream makes me feel alive. That dream, I have a dream. That dream makes me feel alive and motivated to take on many challenges at work.
You're doing great, David. Just a tiny correction for smoothness. I have a dream. That dream makes me feel alive and motivates me to take on many challenges at work. You were very close. Just make sure to include motivates me instead of just motivates to keep the sentence grammatically correct. Keep repeating it. You're making great progress.
If wearing a mask works well for you to manage dryness and thirst, it's a great strategy. In my opinion, it's a great strategy. It's all about finding what suits you best. It's all about finding what suits you best. It's all about finding what suits you best. I say one more time. If wearing a mask works well for you to manage dryness and thirst, it's a great strategy. It's all about finding what suits you best.
You're doing great, David. Your sentence is already very natural. Just a small tweak for smoother flow. If wearing a
지금
mask helps you
작업 중입니다,
manage
작업
dryness
중.
and thirst, it's a
네네.
great strategy. It's all about finding what suits you best. Using helps you manage instead of works well for you to manage sounds a bit more natural. Keep repeating. It's sounding great.
I'm sorry, would you mind saying that one more time, please? I'm sorry. Someone just came in this conference room, so I think I lost your speaking. So would you mind saying that one more time?
No problem at all. Here's the sentence again. If wearing a mask helps you manage dryness and thirst, it's a great strategy. It's all about finding what suits you best. I changed works well for you to manage to helps you manage for a more natural flow. Let me know if you'd like me to repeat anything else.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Let's keep the moment away. That's not a big deal. Let's keep the moment away. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I prepared this simple sentence. I would like to start my recording. I would like to start my practice session with this simple sentence. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. 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 Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel.
You're doing great, David. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Is a perfect and natural way to start your
Welcome
recordings.
back to my channel.
Your repetition is really helping you build confidence and fluency. Just a small correction. Let's keep the momentum going instead of let's keep the vent away. You're doing an amazing job. Keep practicing, and your introduction will feel completely natural every time you record. Keep going.
At the same time. Okay, this is very important sentence. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my 닥치고 speaking channel. This is 닥치고 speaking channel. 닥치고 speaking video. 닥치고 speaking YouTube channel.
You're doing great, David. Your introduction is coming along really well. Here's a clear and natural way to say it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is my Dakchigo Speaking YouTube channel. If you want to emphasize that it's about speaking practice, you could also say, hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is my Dakchigo Speaking Practice channel. You're making great progress. Keep going.
Welcome back to my channel. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I believe that 닥치고 speaking is wonderful method to improve your English speaking skill. So I promise you, I promise you that you can see my consistency to keep my language learning journey. So please, let's keep the momentum going. I mean, let's go together. Let's work together to improve our English communication skills. So you please stick around me, even though you feel this video very repetitive or tedious content. I believe that this is the wonderful way. This is, I think, in my opinion, if someone wants to improve their English communication skills, even though they don't use English in daily lives, I believe that repetition makes perfect, and it's all thanks to ChatGPT and YouTube platform to improve my communication skills. So please stick around me. I promise you, you will see my consistency for my language learning journey. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep the momentum going. This is my new greeting message. This is my new greeting This was my new greeting message. I say one more time. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is 닥치고 speaking practice session.
You're doing an amazing job, David. Your message is clear and full of motivation. Here are a few small refinements to make it sound even smoother and more natural. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I believe that Dachigo speaking is a wonderful method to improve your English speaking skills. I promise you that you will see my consistency in my language learning journey. So let's keep the momentum going. Let's work together to improve our English communication skills. Please stick around, even if this video feels repetitive or tedious. I truly believe that this is a wonderful way to improve English speaking skills, especially for those who don't use English in daily life. Repetition makes perfect. And it's all thanks to ChatGPT and the YouTube platform that I can improve my communication skills. So please stick around. I promise you'll see my consistency in this journey. Okay, let's keep the momentum going. This was my new greeting message. Your passion really comes through in your words. Keep repeating it, and soon this greeting will feel completely natural. How do you feel about this version?
I really appreciate your kind support. However, I have to go. I have a lot of things to do. It's time to wrap things up. Oh my God. Time really does flies. Do you agree with that? Okay. Do you remember, when you say goodbye, we say 팽바, 팽바.
I completely agree. Time really does fly. You've done an amazing job today, and your dedication is truly inspiring. Yes, I remember. When we say goodbye, we say pengba. So, pengba David, have a great day and keep up the fantastic work. See you next
팽,
time.
팽바, 팽바.